All right, Boris H. Here we go, going through here. Got a little merge issue. See, when you see stuff like this, everybody, when you see stuff like this, a little merge issue, it doesn't hold a candle to somebody having a traumatic brain injury, getting T-boned, or T-boning somebody with because it's a left turner. This right here is nothing compared to what we just saw. So when I see stuff like this, and I see people freaking rev bombing, I see people honking the horn, and then they go home and they said they had the worst freaking day because somebody cut me off, which happens every single time I ride, happens every single time I drive my vehicles, anything. And they're like, car drivers want to kill us. And we saw what we just saw. This right here, this video, like these things like this, it's not this person's fault. I'm just going on a rant right now. Stuff like this, it's stupid. It's just dumb. So let's let this kind of stuff go. Stuff that we have control over, stuff that we can modulate our emotions on, and let it go. Because it could have turned into something as severe as this. It could have been this bad. And what are you going to do after that? Do you think rev bombing is going to solve the problem? Do you think honking the horn is going to solve the problem? This guy has a traumatic brain injury. I'm hoping he doesn't have any deficits for the rest of his life. It could have been this bad. Now, this is a bad day. Now, this is something terrible. This, coming up, is just, it's a merge issue. Apply the brakes, roll up the throttle. It's nothing. He handled it well, though. Boris handled it well so far. Let's see. Handled it well. We usually see it worse. I was getting a little overboard.
Look at this guy, dude. And he
handled
didn't even bother. Really?
Okay, another merge issue.
He didn't even bother going back into his lane. He just kept pushing me.
All right, here we go. Once again, another orange stage situation. We're in an intersection. Looking, hey, did what it's supposed to do. Lost some rear tire traction. Hey, it could be worse. It could be the T-bone accident, but it still sucks. I'm not downplaying your day here. I'm just saying, let's look at the bright side. You're walking, okay? Now I'm all pissed off. Great one. All right, rider from 05. We have gravel on the road. Ooh. So we have multiple factors that contributed to this crash. Can you name the other one? We talked about gravel just now, but can you name the other factor that contributed to this?
You good, dude?
Outside of it being a...
Okay, wow.
Yeah, look at all that.
Oh, it's leaking something.
Yeah, it leaks out at the top.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I missed the road.
Shoot.
Let's take a quick look at this. Coming up through here. And then we're slamming the brakes. Why did we slam the brakes?
Shoot.
Somebody was stopped right in front of them. We had a factor of gravel removing traction. We also have a factor of panic braking, locking up the brakes and sliding, so we lost traction there. Not a good situation. So in order to be a smart rider, you have to, you know, seek and maintain, but then also acquire gear just in case like a mistake like this happens. A mistake like this can happen. So if we have gear, hopefully we can mitigate any injuries that we possibly have. So I'm thinking elbows, shoulders, knees, and hips, and the head here, and maybe some ankles injuries, maybe some abrasions on all the other parts. Wear some gear, everybody. All right, help the channel, become a patron. We have our MTC Rider Academy. It's just like Patreon, but you actually get a bunch of training courses. James A. I would not be sitting at this area. This is right at the edge of a... Hey, that's right where people will crash and low side into other people. So let's go ahead and think about rescuing a rider. Go help them out. We got plenty of people. Hopefully a lot of them have the rescue pack, which is on sale right now. Silence Fiction. Here we go. We're coming up to this. We got brakes. Ooh, almost. I think we endoed at that point. Almost hit that person. The guy's giving a thumbs up. Keep the rubber side down. All right. So we're traveling through here. Looks like a Honda Rebel. Ooh, got pushed out. Maintain. Handled it really well. Good job. That was a close call I wouldn't want to be in. Leak Geek. This is where I want you guys to practice your wheelies and stuff. So doesn't have a lot of gear. Hopefully his knees are still intact. BM rules. Okay, watch out for merge issues. This guy looks like he wants to get in. Not an issue. That's an everyday occurrence. Just let him in. Be nice. A courteous driver. We have high vis on us. How come nobody's gonna see us then, right? We have high vis. White helmet. Doesn't matter. People are gonna do stupid stuff anyways. Dank Moto, come on, where's some gear, dude? Spent all your money on a Ruroc helmet that should only cost about 150 bucks. Can't afford gloves. Whoa, that was extremely close. Extremely close. Idiots. But why are we taking multiple lanes for 4 people? We don't own the road. Now, can we do this? Because, you know, it could be 4 cars, right? Yeah. But then it's unsafe because you have idiots wanting to hit those gaps. All right, can't see anything here because we're aimed towards the ground. Are we in a low side? There it is. So typically, now the reason why I say, hey, are we going to low side here? Are we going to low side here? Is there going to be an issue like this? A low side, low side, low side. We're looking at corners. Cornering is dangerous just like an intersection. Typically with motorcycle crashes, it's the motorcycle rider failing to negotiate a curve or striking an object. So striking an object in an intersection is a left turner coming in front of us. We striked it. In a corner, failure to negotiate the corner is typically going to be a low side, high side, or just going off the road. So this should be an automatic orange stage. And since it's so common that people in corners failure to negotiate, it's typically a low side. So whenever I see a corner, I'm like, especially on a video like this, I'm like, it's going to be a low side. How do we prevent low sides? Slow look, press and roll. Don't try to lean super far. You lean farther because you think, oh, I'm going too fast. I got to lean farther to make this curve. No, just slow it down before going to the curb, and you don't have to lean super far. You go slow. You look through the corner. You press to initiate that counter steering, and then you roll on the throttle to get yourself out of there. So whenever I see this, I'm thinking low side. Most common cornering crash. When I think of an intersection, most common crash is going to be a left turner and you hit them. So if that's the case, come on guys, what are the 2 most common reasons why motorcycle riders crash? Low side in the corners, hitting a left turner. How do we prevent it? Take the MTC Rider basic training course, links in the description. First month is free. It's a 3-hour course and you're gonna learn quite a bit. Going a little bit too fast around the corner. Watch out, we got this guy applying the brakes. You gotta do it too. Oh, a little bit of a panic. He was okay, bike not so. That's fine. I'd rather be walking. So a little bit of a panic. We have a sharp turn coming up. We got those chevrons. That vehicle decided to apply the brakes because they're going too fast. And we weren't really set up for this turn. Slow look, press and roll, guys. Slow look, press and roll. Slow down before the turn. It's as simple as that. But we going a little bit too fast, maybe white staged, not paying attention until the last second. And now we start to push a lot on that rear tire. Pushed a lot on that rear tire. There's a bicyclist right there. Pushed a lot on the rear tire. We're starting to low side. But what happens is that it grabbed traction and it turns into a high side now. So now we're going to be high siding it out of here. And lots of impact. There's the wrist breakage, possible elbows, face it first. So you got your chin going in. Not good. That's why you wear a full face. You're going to have a lot of issues rolling around, high impacts, abrasions, no buenos. Handled it though. Did fine. Got up. He's wearing full gear.